In today's video, I'll be looking at 5 awesome e-commerce sites that are built with WordPress. For the first 3 of these sites, I interviewed the entrepreneurs who planned and designed these websites all on their own. Then there are 2 more sites from our showcase page that I think deserve a shout out. We'll take a look at this story behind each website, the ideas, challenges, technology, and their personal advice for you guys, the ones who are watching this video. My big goal with all of these stories is to inspire you, to show you what it takes to create your own business and set up your website for success. So let's begin this story with John, who built himself a full-time business selling a wide range of home automation tools. This is the 3D Room, and when I asked John about the story behind the website, this is what he wrote. The 3D Room is a hobby that turned into a full-time business. I initially started it back in 2018 with the intention of producing smart home related items. But COVID struck, and rather randomly, we fell into producing embossing stamps and cookie cutters. Post-COVID, I was able to move back to the original home automation plan, and I now produce a wide range of tablet wall mounts and sensor switch mounting solutions. The 3D Room has allowed me to move from a high-pressure career in IT to something that allows for a more balanced and enjoyable lifestyle. Now, as part of his career in IT, John did have some experience with websites, but this venture was his first experience using WooCommerce. The 3D Room uses WooCommerce product options, a Barn2 plugin that enables a lot of product customization. Here's what John had to say about his experience using our plugin. WooCommerce Product Options is an extremely intuitive plugin that has allowed me to simplify the management of product listings, while at the same time adding more available options. Without it, I would have to maintain a massive number of SKUs for each item. As a husband and wife team, we simply don't have the time for this, and the plugin has greatly simplified product management within WooCommerce. Now, I asked John what he would like to say to you guys, the viewers, if you're considering product options for yourself. If you want to add multiple options to simple products within WooCommerce, Product Options is the best solution out there, and I have tested many options, he said. Thank you so much for sending those responses, John, and best of luck with the website. The next site is the gorgeous looking Musamax, where you can buy commercial music licenses, which are just another form of digital products, by the way. This is the website creator, Attila, and he's a fascinating individual who's originally from Hungary, but also lived in Germany and now resides in Finland. So if you're keeping count, that's 4 languages he can speak. He's been a musician for his entire life, and in the last 15 years, he picked up a hobby of building websites for his band. This eventually led to full-time work as a web designer, but he still continued to play music the whole time. Now, a friend of his who creates videos encouraged Attila to license his music for people to use in their own creative projects, and that's how he got started with Musamax. The idea expanded to include music from other artists, making this site a platform for anyone to use. Attila was searching for the right solution to list the music on his website. He tried a lot of different plugins and other solutions and ended up redesigning the site many times over, before deciding on WooCommerce Product Table from Barn2. He said that our table plugin had all of the functions he needed. Then, after integrating it with a music player plugin called Wave Player, he had all of the building blocks necessary to build out the site. Attila also mentioned that there were some early issues with the integration of those 2 plugins, but he was extremely satisfied with the support he received from Barn2 staff, who were able to provide him with a custom solution. He also uses our Quick View Pro plugin to allow users to see more information about music tracks without having to leave the main product page. Now, this is Mark Nestor, another creative guy who always admired his friend's musical talents and wondered if there could be a way to monetize it. They decided to create a subscription-based model around music licensing, and they based the name off of his own real-life cat who has temperament issues. So the website is called Scared Cat Music. Now, Mark is self-taught when it comes to web design, and in our interview, he mentioned one of the biggest challenges he faced.
And I got really stuck because I couldn't find something to display music. So I didn't think having a product page was really necessary with everything. Obviously, you need to create that product page for WooCommerce to work. but I didn't necessarily think it needed to be displayed. And I didn't want people to have to click through. And I must have spent weeks looking for a solution to this problem. And then I came across Barn2's table. So it's a ongoing little venture that me and my mate are doing. And then the idea is that if we get enough subscriptions, it will fund itself.
Now, I wanted to include Mark's story in this video because it's a great example of someone who is doing something completely new for themselves. Everyone has to start somewhere, and I really wanted to showcase somebody who has the right attitude and the right kind of ingenuity to build a site without a long career in IT or web design.
So I left my full-time job in May, and this is my first real proper attempt of like, okay, I'm just going to do this now, and we're going to see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'm going to end up back in a factory somewhere, but at least I've always been a little bit half-hearted with it.
Yeah.
I kind of suffer quite a lot with imposter syndrome, so I find it quite difficult to, I mean, even like sitting here sort of talking about something I've done, I find a little bit weird. But yeah, so this is my kind of like first, I would say this is my first real proper attempt. Otherwise they've just been little toes in the water.
Now, by sheer coincidence, Mark is using the same two main plugins to list and play music as Musamax. But the way it's implemented and designed is, of course, quite different.
Like I say, like the formatting of music on a website, websites tend to be visual. You don't really, most browsers these days, you need to put the music on. They're not automatically on. So if you've got a video, say you put a video in a background on a normal brochure site, it's not likely that people aren't going to hear the music. So all of these things became a bit of a challenge, actually. How do you control the music on the site? Yeah, I think just putting the site together became a bit of a challenge.
The next two sites are featured as case studies on our own website. And I didn't interview the creators of the sites because they already shared their stories with my team. Vancouver Custom Earplugs is a Canadian online store that sells audiologist-designed and doctor-recommended custom earplugs. It was built by Jamie Larson, who needed a way to let buyers customize the earplugs before purchasing. To do this, Jamie decided to use WooCommerce product options to display a variety of earplug customization options on their product pages. Customers can pick a color, choose which ear they'd like the earplug for, pick a style, venting options, and they can choose to get their order delivered faster and include any special requests. For the options that have additional charges, like the rush orders, you can see the prices right next to the option, so it's clear to the customer how much it will cost them. Awesome job with the website, Jamie. It's looking fantastic. Now, the last website I want to showcase is called Goodegg, and they're a New Zealand-based e-commerce store that sells printers, ink cartridges, and toner. And as you'll see in a minute, they're using our WooCommerce product filters plugin to help customers find the right products. So basically, Goodegg wanted to make it easier for customers to sort through all of the thousands of different options that might be available to them when they first land on the site. So obviously, a filter plugin was necessary. So you can see if I click on a category like printer ink, there are over 800 different products listed. But simply by using the filters on the side, for example, choosing a type or a color, we can filter down which of these options are actually applicable to us. And there's only 4 using the blue ink, so that narrowed it down quite a lot. If I want to reset the filter or clear any individual filter, I could do that with these buttons here. So I really wanted to include this site because it's a great implementation of our filters plugin and shows you just what's possible when you have hundreds of different products, but you want to narrow them down and make it simpler for your shoppers to find them. Above all else, I hope this video has proven that anyone can step into the world of web design and running a business with WooCommerce, even if it's just a hobby or maybe it turns into a full-time business. These creators are using a wide range of page builders, plugins, and tools to bring their ideas to life. And as the developers of some of those key solutions, Barn2 is thrilled to be a part of their journey. If you want to learn more about the plugins that I mentioned in today's video, then you can check them out in the description below, along with all the websites that were featured today. And for more tips that will help you get started with WooCommerce, check out this video next. And of course, thanks for watching.